Can you hear me in the back? Yay. Okay. Thank you. Friends of the Wort Hotel, Mayor Flitner, all of the elected officials that are here today, Author Craighead in the back, the Baxter family, and all of Jackson Hole. Welcome today to the 75th anniversary community celebration and street party. You're here. Tonight we gather to commemorate this day, 75 years ago, the day the Wort Hotel opened its doors. So many people have contributed to the success of this institution, but it unequivocally begins with the vision of Charles Wort. To think that a luxury hotel would survive on the dirt streets of the cow town of Jackson, Wyoming is remarkable. The vision was shared by his two sons, John and Jess Wort, who executed the dream with tenacity and determination. Now, there were many others who were instrumental in carrying this dream forward. Leo Haywood, who vowed to rebuild after the devastating fire in 1980. Tom Christie, who saved the Wort Hotel from impending redevelopment. Lee and Jackie Riley, who carried Tom's vision of being the cornerstone of downtown. Other colorful employees who helped shape our organization and our community would include Bob Tomingus, Roy Takeda, Steve Bartek, Margene Jensen, and of course Wilma Taylor, and so many more. Yes, here's to Wilma. Here. Having said this, it is really important today to recognize the vision, commitment, and inspiration that Bill Baxter and the Baxter family have provided over the course of the past 12 years. From my perspective, I believe it to be unprecedented in recent decades. Not only have they committed to protecting and restoring this iconic structure, but they have invested in our employees. And most importantly, they have invested in our community on every single level. Certainly capital improvements and revitalization of West Jackson, including the lovely Wort Plaza project, but also encouraging among staff volunteerism. Giving back to this community is always a priority for the Baxter family. Again, it is truly an amazing and unprecedented commitment. So it's now my pleasure to present someone I'm proud and pleased to call my boss, my mentor, and my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, no stranger to many of you, Bill Baxter.
All right, I'm not going to talk long because we've got big VIPs here to talk, but thank you. Thank you for being here to celebrate this with us. We're stewards, we understand that. This is a very special place, and we're in love with it. So we got a love affair going here. All of us love this place, and it deserves everything that we can give to it. So we're going to do our part. Y'all are here doing your part, and we keep that up. It's going to be here 75 years from now for one of our kids or our grandkids to keep on going with this thing, because we're proud to be in the tradition of the Wort family and all the others that Jim mentioned. And we've got such a great group of people that work here. I know those of you who come here on a regular basis know that. The people that work here love this place just as much. And it's been amazing. And it starts with the leadership of Jim Walter. And I want to recognize him in front of everybody here in Jackson. Jim Walter's done a great job. And I'm proud that part of my family could get out here this weekend from Tennessee and Florida and other parts of the country. My wife Ginger is here. Our daughter Elizabeth is here with her husband Rick and Rick's family, all those in-laws. They run Bud and Mary's Marina in Isla Mirada in the Keys. And you talk about a change of scenery. They've been out catching trout since they've been here, so they're having a big time. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to give it back to Jim, I guess, and he'll do the introductions. But we're honored, and we're honored you're here. And Charlie and David, thank you so much for this book. If I'm going to plug one thing, please get a copy of this new book that we got about the history of the Wort Hotel. I guarantee you'll really enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Bill. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. I've asked to join us tonight, again, no stranger to many of you, the Chief Executive Officer of our Chamber of Commerce, again, somewhere I am happy to call my mentor and my friend, and a great community leader for our community, Jeff Golightly.
Welcome, everybody. If you rewind 75 years ago and imagine what it looked like here, it's quite different than today. And if you think about what our industry was like back then, it was primarily ranching, primarily trapping, and things were quite different. There were a few hotels around. We had a brand new ski resort, but the idea of building a hotel at this size and this scale and a luxury hotel on the dirt streets of Jackson, a lot of people thought the Worts were crazy. And I think that for 75 years, we've heard the words, "Meet me at the Wort." And a lot of our 75-year-old buildings like this are no longer here today. And that's because they weren't maintained, there weren't stewards along the way to make sure that these iconic landmarks stayed with us. And the Baxter family today, the investments that they've put into this place, I think ensure that for the next 75 years, you'll hear those same words on the streets of Jackson, "Meet me at the Wort." I want to say thanks to the Baxters, thanks to Jim Walrop, and also I want to recognize the entire team. The staff here at the Wort is just incredible, and thanks to all of you for being here today.
Thank you. We will be brief again, but it is, some of you know this and some of you don't, but it is certainly my honor and my privilege to introduce literally among my very first friends in 1992, our current mayor, Mayor Sara Flitner.
I was hoping I was going to get to be a mentor too. Welcome everybody, and guess what? I'm out here if it rains, so are you. I get to read a proclamation, and it's an honor to do that. But first I want to say, the words "meet me at the Wort," it means meeting so many of you. When I came here as a college graduate with $24.96 in my pocket, I had an education that was paid for, and that's all I had. And I see Leslie Hardy, of course Jim Walrop, Martha Bancroft, so many of you in this crowd are responsible for not only the success of the Wort and the Baxter family and their contributions to its success, but all of ours. Don't we share it together? I know we're in campaign season and nobody likes to talk about the good stuff, but I do. We are connected and we sink or swim together. This Wort Hotel is an example of what community looks like, what it feels like, and how well we do together. Now quit looking at my bad hair, I've already heard about that. Yes, I did get a letter about that. I need a new haircut evidently. That wasn't from anyone here who met me at the Wort. So with that, I'm going to read, and it's my honor to do so, this proclamation celebrating a community icon, the service of a family, the heartfelt work, the wholehearted work of a staff, past and present. Tammy Carter, I see you too. Thank you for making the Wort what it is today, more than a building, but truly the heart of this community. Whereas, in 1893, Charles J. Wort moved from Nebraska to homestead in Jackson Hole, Virginia, and later purchased 4 lots in the heart of town for $25 each, which were used as horse corrals adjacent to a livery stable for 7 years. And whereas the Wort family, including Charles' sons John and Jess, later transformed these 4 lots into a downtown luxury hotel and celebrated the grand opening of the Wort Hotel on or about September 1st, 1941. And whereas in 1950, the Silver Dollar Bar was added to the Wort Hotel, we really appreciate that, designed by a German cabinet maker who inlaid 2,032 uncirculated Morgan silver dollar coins in the bar. And in 2015, reopened the Silver Dollar showroom with 1,392 Morgan silver dollars in its bar. And whereas the appeal of the Wort Hotel quickly spread, as gambling was tolerated as a tourist amusement. Although gambling was unlawful in Wyoming, enabling the Wort brothers to satisfy the hotel construction loan in 2 years. Yep. Forget that general revenue penny, I've got a new idea. And whereas in 1980, the Jackson Hole community watched in horror as a fire nearly destroyed the historic landmark, but only days later saw a sign stating, "We'll be back." And whereas in 1981, the Wort Hotel reopened and marked the first annual Old West Days, which continue to this day. And whereas in 1985, the Wort was purchased by Tom Christie, who saved it from demolition and later sells it to the Baxter family, who began a total restoration of the Wort Hotel to its original grandeur. And whereas the Wort Hotel has been nationally recognized and received numerous awards such as Best Historic Small Hotel in the U.S., Forbes 4-Star Award, AAA 4 Diamond Award, TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence, Expedia Select Award, Condé Nast Traveler's Reader's Choice Award, among others, and it has also been placed on the National Register of Historic Places. It doesn't mention this, but it's also our favorite place, right? And whereas the Wort Hotel was, and thankfully remains today, a centerpiece of downtown Jackson Hole as the gathering place for locals and visitors alike, who all respond to the call, "Meet me at the Wort Hall." Now therefore, I, Sara Flitner, Mayor of the Town of Jackson, on behalf of the Town Council, do hereby ask the entire Jackson Hole community to rally once again and join us in this grand celebration, the 75th Diamond Anniversary celebration of the Wort Hotel.
So before we get off here, again, we want to tell one final toast, Mayor Flitner and I. Here's to each of you. Here's to our community. Here's to our commitment to this community. Here's to employees, current and past, that have helped shape this institution. So thank you all for coming tonight. Let's raise a glass. Hear, hear, 75 more years. We'll invite you all in. Because it's getting ready to rain. The bar's open. Music's getting ready to start. Let's continue this party. Thank you all for coming.
Boy, I want you to know there's 3 new chapters in this book on the Wort, but those could not have been written without the chapters that you all wrote when you were here, and we know we stand on your shoulders, so thank you for everything you did for the Wort Hotel. We appreciate you.